From budget-friendly options to top-of-the-line models, there's a 4K TV for everyone on this list. Today, I will show you the best 4K TVs you can buy right now, and make sure to stay till the end because we prepared a really helpful bonus for you. Number 10. Vizio P-Series Quantum X. The Vizio P-Series Quantum X 2020 is a consistently impressive LED LCD TV that combines QLED brightness with some of the best black levels this side of an OLED. It lights up any home cinema and cuts through ambient lighting to become one of the best TVs for brightly lit living rooms, and thanks to a recent firmware update, it's now an excellent matchup for the Xbox Series X and PS5 with 4K/120Hz support, auto low latency mode, and responsive 13 milliseconds lag time with 4K/60 games. However, it is not without flaws. For QHD TVs this bright are bound to have some blooming, which can be seen when you have white text on a black background, and its upscaling, while much improved over previous years, is still not on par with LG, Samsung, or Sony TVs. SmartCast is also much better than in previous years, thanks to the addition of Apple TV+, Disney+, and Peacock, but it can still be frustratingly slow at times. If you want the most superb picture quality available and have deep pockets, we still recommend an LG OLED or Samsung QLED TV, but if you can't afford a six-figure salary, the $1,599 Vizio P-Series Quantum X P75QXH1 Quantum Smart TV is a fantastic choice. Number 9. TCL 6 Series QLED. Back at CES, we were surprised to learn that the new TCL 6 Series 2020 QLED, R635, would use Mini LED. That's because the same technology was introduced last year in the high-end 8 Series, which cost hundreds of dollars more than the ultra-affordable 6 Series. It's not the end-all, be-all LED LCD we hoped for due to its limited brightness and poor motion handling, but it's an exceptional value that we'd recommend to almost anyone. The 6 Series is brighter and more colorful than ever before, with no haloing or light bleed. It's the first TV with THX certified game mode for 1440p/120Hz gaming, and it's designed to hide your cables in an innovative way. It's not the TV we'd recommend to next-gen gamers looking for a perfect companion for the Xbox Series X or PS5 that can push 4K at 120 frames per second. But if you're looking for a TV to binge Netflix, stream Hulu, or, well, basically just enjoy your viewing experience, this is the 4K UHD TV for you. Number 8. Sony A90J. Sony hasn't been shy about charging a premium for the new A90J 4K TV with OLED, but we believe the performance is worth it. Picture quality from any source is about as good as it gets from any 4K screen right now, and that includes motion control, contrast, edge definition, detail levels, and so on. When you're forced to watch sub-4K content, it's also excellent at upscaling. When it comes to sound quality, the Sony A90J is far ahead of the competition. Using the entire surface of the screen as a speaker is still novel and effective, and paired with two conventional bass drivers, the A90J sounds fuller, more direct, and, well, better than any other option that lacks an off-board sound system. With a smart new Google TV interface, the usual Sony build and finish, feet that adjust to accommodate a soundbar, an exclusive movie streaming service, and an authentically well-designed remote control, the A90J appears to be the complete package. Although complete packages are rarely inexpensive. Xbox Series X owners should be aware that there is no VRR support, though the 4K/120Hz capability and auto low latency mode are comparable to any PS5 console. Number 7. Sony A80K. The Sony A80K is positioned in the middle of the company's OLED TV line for 2022. Nonetheless, the performance of the 65-inch A80K set we tested proved it to be a great all-around offering for the price, and one that competes with LG's similarly priced C2 OLED TVs. Overall picture brightness is adequate, albeit slightly lower than that of the best OLED TVs, such as the LG G2 and LG C2 series. Even in well-lit rooms, Sony's mid-tier OLED manages to look great, and it shines in dimmed ones for best quality movie viewing. The A80K has a sleek, attractive design and a useful multi-position stand. Audio performance is impressive for a set this small, thanks to Sony's Acoustic Surface Audio Plus, a feature that vibrates the screen to produce sound, aided by two bottom-mounted subwoofers. The A80K has a lot to offer gamers, including two HDMI 2.1 inputs that support 4K 120Hz video, variable refresh rate, VRR, and auto low latency mode, ALLM. A built-in ATSC 3.0 tuner completes Sony's excellent and highly competitive feature package, making the A80K ready to receive next-generation digital TV broadcasts in the US. Number 6. LG G2. If price isn't an issue for you and you simply want the best TV you can buy at any price point, then the LG G2 OLED is for you. The OLED 65 G2 uses its extra brightness to make nearly every frame of any source you can think of look even better than it did on any previous LG OLED. Although it shares the same gallery design name as its GX and G1 predecessors, the G2 OLED looks completely different. Gone are the dark frame and chamfered edges, and in their place is a nifty two-layer effect in which a thin black rear slab sits proud of and slightly narrower than a chunkier front tier housing the screen that's encased in a very fetching and opulent-looking silver metal coat. The connections on the G2 OLED are of the highest quality. All 4 of its HDMI ports, in particular, are capable of handling the maximum 48 gigabits per second of data supported by the HDMI 2.1 standard. This means that hardcore video gamers could connect an Xbox Series X, a PlayStation 5, and a cutting-edge PC graphics rig at the same time and enjoy full-fat 4K at 120 Hz, variable refresh rates, and automatic low-latency modes switching from all of them. Plus, you'll have one HDMI left over for a 4K Blu-ray player or streaming box. Anyone who has watched LG's OLED TVs over the years will recognize the impact that the heatsink unlocks. The extra brightness gives colors more volume and punch, regardless of whether you're watching in HD or not. The result is an OLED TV so superior that it narrowly misses out on our top spot only because its price puts it out of reach for the average TV viewer. Cinephiles, on the other hand, should definitely invest. Number 5. Sony X90J. For those with a large enough budget who aren't concerned with a high-end OLED screen, the Sony X90J could be a good bet. It has excellent image quality, thanks in part to the new Cognitive XR processor that has been rolled out to Sony's top 2021 sets, which allows for excellent upscaling and contrast control. The X90J also includes the new Google TV Smart platform, which allows for simple setup and broad app support, as well as the advantages of Google Cast from Android devices. Dolby Vision HDR and Dolby Atmos audio are also included. To improve your gaming experience, the X90J has a 120 Hz panel with 4K resolution and 2 full-spec HDMI 2.1 ports for your Xbox Series X and PS5, as well as VRR, variable refresh rate, and ALLM, auto low latency mode, for sub-10 ms lag. Just make sure to go into the picture settings and enable enhanced format for your chosen HDMI port, or you won't be able to take advantage of its 2.1 specifications. There are a few lingering issues, such as mediocre off-axis viewing and difficulties in direct sunlight, and the X90J will undoubtedly be outperformed by the capabilities of its step-up X95J model for a small price increase. Nonetheless, the Sony X90J succeeds in providing excellent performance at a reasonable price. Number 4. Samsung S95B. After years of dismissing OLED, Samsung has released an OLED television. However, this is no ordinary OLED. It's a quantum dot OLED with amazing specifications. We're looking at a TV that has had everything thrown at it, we said in our review, with Samsung's latest AI-inspired picture processor, a massively comprehensive and redesigned Tizen-based smart system, the latest gaming features, and even, despite the ultra-slim design, a clever object tracking sound audio system. The QD OLED panel produces extremely bright and colorful images and is equipped with Samsung's Neural Quantum processor, which uses multiple neural networks to constantly optimize what you see on screen. It's ideal for upscaling HD content to 4K, and it also provides class-leading HDR performance. On that note, because this is a Samsung, it supports all of the major HDR standards except Dolby Vision. The Tizen software is adequate here, but we believe Samsung has taken a step backward with its menu design this year. The homepage is a little overwhelming, the navigation is occasionally odd, and the menus run as sluggishly when you first turn the TV on. Aside from these annoyances, the Samsung is a fantastic OLED display that is incredibly bright, incredibly detailed, and incredibly fun. Number 3. Samsung QN95B. The Samsung QN95B is the company's flagship 4K television for 2022, with a mini LED backlight for dazzling HDR brightness. That backlight uses precise local dimming and light shaping technology to prevent light from leaking into darker areas. This is especially important for films in which much of the action takes place after dark or in gloomy indoor settings. If you struggle to see scenes in the Batman, you won't have that problem here. Samsung produces excellent SDR and HDR images with deep blacks and brighter highlights, all without blooming or loss of shadow detail. In our tests, the QN95B produced over 2000 nits of brightness in filmmaker mode, which is simply astounding. Samsung's quantum dot technology produces saturated and nuanced colors that are also extremely accurate thanks to the filmmaker mode. The combination of mini LED technology, quantum dots, and Samsung's incredible image processing is breathtaking. Motion is smooth without appearing artificial, 4K detail is flawless, and HD is upscaled with complete conviction. As we stated in our comprehensive Samsung QN95B review, you get extreme clarity and detail while maintaining an organic and natural feel. The QN95A is more than just a pretty face. It also has Object Tracking Sound Plus, OTS Plus, which uses an array of speakers around the ultra-slim chassis to deliver positional audio that appears to come from where the action is on screen. With a minimalist but elegant shape, solid metal stand, and nearly bezel-less screen, this is another triumph of industrial design from Samsung. The connections are all routed to an external box that can be hidden and connected to the TV via a single small cable. It's not only one of the best 4K TVs, but also one of the best looking. Number 2. Hisense U8H. The main selling point of the U8H series is its mini LED backlight, which was first implemented in LCD TVs by rival TCL and quickly adopted by Samsung, LG, and Sony in their own models. High brightness is a significant advantage of mini LED lighting, which the U8H series readily provides. The U8H's high brightness isn't the only thing that stands out. It has a quantum dot filter for improved color, and the 65-inch model has 504 local dimming zones for deep and detailed blacks. Some backlight blooming, a common artifact with LED backlit TVs with local dimming, can be seen with difficult material, but this is the exception rather than the rule. The U8H series is ready for any HDR format you stream or feed it, with support for Dolby Vision, HDR10+, and HLG, and it also has a filmmaker mode that provides the most accurate out-of-the-box color. Another noteworthy feature of the U8H is its extensive support for next-generation gaming consoles. In addition to a 120Hz display, it includes variable refresh rate, VRR, auto low latency mode, ALLM, and FreeSync Premium Pro. There's a lot to say about the U8H series, but the main takeaway is that Hisense offers excellent value. Number 1. LG C2. The LG C2 OLED reclaims the top spot on our list of the best TVs in 2022 after falling a few spots in 2021. This is due to the numerous improvements LG made to this year's model over the LG C1 OLED. The new Alpha A9 Gen 5 processor, which is designed to offer better object enhancement and dynamic tone mapping than its predecessor, is one of the improvements for 2022. You also get virtual surround sound, with the TV upscaling stereo content into the 7.1.2 channel sound. While we weren't convinced by the claims of virtual surround sound, the audio performance is adequate for a flat-screen TV, and the variety of sound modes means you should be able to find an audio profile that meets your requirements. In addition to these enhancements, the C2 OLED retains the C1 OLED's 4 separate HDMI 2.1 ports, making it the ideal companion for the PS5, Xbox Series X, and Xbox Series S. The LG C2 isn't without flaws. When compared to the new QD OLED models, off-axis color saturation does diminish slightly when moving to the left or right of the screen, and LG does not support either the IMAX Enhanced or HDR10+ formats. Alright, we've seen which are the best TVs, but should you really buy a 4K TV? Yes, in a nutshell. While 8K TVs are beginning to carve out a niche in the home display market, they are still not widely available. Most brands only offer a handful of 8K models, and they are, of course, much more expensive. Furthermore, 4K TVs are more affordable than ever before, with numerous TV deals available. With the introduction of 8K technology and ever-increasing TV screen sizes, some of the best regular-sized 4K TVs are no longer the expensive, out-of-reach products they once were.